Hello, hello everyone. How's everybody doing? Whew. Back welding on this railing. Hello, hello. Got a few people joining. Waiting on notifications. Go out. Woo. I'm streaming off my phone again, but hopefully the quality is better. Last time I streamed, I think I had low bandwidth, so I realized I was connected to my 2.4 Wi-Fi instead of 5 gig. So, yeah, should be better now. Let me know. Let me know what res we're streaming at here. I don't think I can see on the phone. Hey, Fortow. Glad you can join me from Ukraine here. Hey, Dreams. The head is good. It's not 100%, but it's getting there. And I'm back working, and I can use a computer, and yeah, it's pretty good. I still have periodic headaches, but they're not as soul-crushing as they used to be, so that's awesome. Hey, Military Pawn. Hey, Kiwi Magic. Hey, Cookie. Hey, Cheezar. I like that name. We're gonna do some welding today. I am welding up a railing to go upstairs so I don't fall down the stairs in the new shop here. I figured why not make it Strange Parts themed. So, this is my drawing. It's super marked up at this point. But if you haven't seen the design on Twitter, that's what we're doing. So, yeah. So I have a whole bunch. I've got the logo itself tacked up, but not fully welded. I haven't decided how many weld beads I'm going to put down, because really the only superstructural part is the outside. I got to put some in the middle, but I don't know. I haven't decided that yet. I'm just tacking everything up right now. So, yeah. Yeah, Military Pawn, it's good to be in Colorado. I used to live here a long time ago. I went to school at CU. And lived in Boulder for a while, but it's good to be back. I really like it here. Oh, thanks, Dark Drake. Yeah, I'm glad to be back making as well. And yeah, I think I'm in the last stages of my road to recovery here. So, yeah, yeah, it is. I don't know. It's a bit of a project. I've been working on this week, I guess. So I'm hoping to finish by Monday. It looks big, but I've got everything cut, so really I just need to tack everything up now and then put down a whole bunch of welds and do a whole bunch of grinding and some painting. So, despite appearances, I think I'm actually farther along than it looks, I hope, anyway. So, hey Obsidian! Hey Scave Rat! Yeah, I know the Discord bot is super slow. I don't know what's going on there. It's something we need to address. It took like 30 plus minutes last time I streamed, so yeah. I'm not in front of a computer, so I'm not going to notify manually. Yeah. If one of you can and wants to, go for it, but otherwise we'll just wait for the bot to do its thing. I just figured it'd be fun to have some company while I sit here and weld, so let me grab a chair, because I need to stand up for this. Whoop. Did the welder go off? Okay, so let's get into it. If I can get not too tangled up here. So I'm welding in these diagonal pieces, and there's 3 different sizes. Let's see if I can move this closer so I can actually hopefully read the chat without having to get up. Hang on. This is seat of my pants streaming. I apologize if you're used to the super polished Strange Parts streaming from before, but right now we're just going for it. Yeah, it's good to be back. Hey, Collins from Kenya, awesome. John Lego, thanks for the subscription. Thanks for subscribing. If you subscribe and I miss you, I'm sorry. I do really appreciate it, but it's hard to read the chat. there's a window behind the phone, so. Will I be at DEF CON this year? Probably. I haven't decided yet. I was at DEF CON last year, but I was kind of lying low because I was super concussed. So hopefully this year will be a lot more fun. But we'll see what's happening with COVID and stuff. I'm still trying to be really careful there. And who knows what the next few months will bring. All right, let's do some welding here. So I've got this diagonal piece pretty much ready to go. I spent a lot of yesterday cutting them. This one I've actually like fitted up properly. These 3 here. So we can go ahead and weld those up. The other ones are not going to fit perfectly. They're cut, the angles are cut and stuff, but I'm going to have to trim them up with the angle grinder to get them to fit just right. So, yeah. And even these don't fit perfectly, but they're close enough that I can fill the cracks with weld bead. So I'm not gonna stress it too much, but I haven't really decided. I don't want to spend forever grinding on this thing, so I haven't decided exactly where I'm putting weld beads yet. We'll see how it looks. I'm just gonna tack it up for now. All right. Check. So I've got a spacer in here. So this is 2-inch. The logo's 1.5, and the diagonals are 1, which makes getting everything level and like, I want everything centered on the vertical plane here, which will be the horizontal plane later, so that they're kind of centered on each other, which is a little tricky. So I've got some spacers here that are, I've got 2 spacers that I made that are 1/4 inch each. So I'm stacking them on top of each other right now to make a 1/2 inch spacer. And seems to be close enough. It's not perfect. I've got some cardboard that this drawing is mounted on, and that's throwing things off a little, but do the best you can. All right, let's do it. What's going on? Oh, we got the wire feet too low. Oh. Boy, it's hard to get in there on that one. Well, I don't know if I'd love that. We'll see. I'm trying to figure out where do I put the tacks and where am I going to put the welds to look the nicest. It's hard to get them in these really acute angles here, and it's kind of making an ugly looking bridge, so I might grind that out. We'll see. And I decided I don't think I want to put them up here. I think I'd rather that be a nice sharp seam, so we'll see. Right. Oh, we got a hype train going. Awesome. I probably missed some subscriptions here. Ooh. Don't know. Oh, there went the notification on Discord. It worked. All right. So, that worked out reasonably well. Ooh, that's warm. Let's do that with gloves on. Very soon I'm gonna not be able to use just my 2 stacked spacers here. I'm gonna need 2 sets. I guess I should have made while I had the chop saw out, but hindsight's 2020. All right, I think that's pretty good. The only other question I have, so I have printed out the logo. I had that printed at Kinko's and made like a big, I basically had it printed out as an architectural drawing and printed out 1-to-1. And so that's how I got the layout for the logo looking right. And I can do some of the diagonals this way, but I don't know. I'm tempted to remove it at some point here. And then I really want these diagonals to be parallel with each other, so I'm thinking, I forget, they're all spaced the same distance apart. I think there's 3.5 inches here. So I might make some spacers that go in there to sort of help guide that. This one, I think I'm gonna be able to do this one just off the drawing and like get it close enough. So we'll go with that. But yep. Blew the breaker again. I had a mystery as to why the breaker was blowing. I think I figured it out. And it's really dumb. And I need to just address it. The reason it's blowing is because I've got a space heater on the same circuit. And so when the space heater kicks on, it's too much current. So anyway, I have a second circuit there, but I need to put an actual receptacle in. So the shop is very much like a work in progress. I was very excited to get the railing started, partly because I wanted to make a thing, and partly because I don't want to fall down the stairs, so. Yeah. Thank you for the hydration reminder. I'm out of tea, so that's gonna have to wait. Sorry. Okay, let's try this again. That's working better. Do I want to maybe I'll just tack this on that side and not worry about the open side. This doesn't have to be like super structural. It just has to prevent like kids from pushing their way through it. I don't know. Like there isn't going to be that much load sideways on the inside of the railing, I don't think. So I think if I just maybe put a weld bead on the open angle here, that'll be enough. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I'm half tempted to just tack it and declare victory, but I don't I don't know that that's really the most responsible thing to do. Yeah. All right. This is the opposite of ASMR, I suppose. And I haven't even started grinding yet, so, you know. It gets worse. I don't know. These spacers don't really fit in here very well. What is that? That's good enough. Yeah, I figure the sound on the welder's not too bad. It's the grinder that's really intense. Welding's going really well so far. I am very pleased with how it's going. This went together much faster than I thought. And it like fits much better than I thought. I don't know if you can tell from this angle, but it's like the fit up's pretty darn good. There's one thing that didn't fit up quite properly, and I'm gonna grind it down, but it's, as the saying goes, a grinder and paint make me the welder I ain't. Yeah, it's gonna clean up really nicely with some weld beads here and a grinder, and we'll be good to go. I'm pretty happy with how these diagonals are working. I'll take a look from afar here, make sure that I'm feeling good about it. Space here. Okay. Let's look. Yeah. Looking pretty good. It's gonna be really nice. I'm gonna paint this part red, like exchange parts red, and then the outside, I was debating leaving it raw, but I think there's gonna be too many like grind marks. I don't know if you can see, but like here, where it's like shiny compared to the mill scale. So I think I'm gonna paint it like gray or black, probably gray, probably match the color of the steel, but just give it a uniform coat. So it'll be all gray, all the diagonals. There'll be a bunch of diagonals coming in here all parallel, and they'll be all gray, and then there'll be strength parts red. So I was trying to figure out how to work lighting into it, but like some LED strips or something, but I haven't figured that out. So maybe it will reveal itself to me when I get a little further along here. I'm thinking that maybe I need to build another set of these shims though, so that I can support these diagonals, because the next diagonal is quite long. Let me see what it is. I've got them all like numbered and stuff. It must be 16. So yeah, I guess they're just in order. Let me dig through and find. I've got my pile of cut-offs here. Pre-cut. Need to organize this. Actually find what I'm looking for. 18, 17, get close. 1. That's not anything we need right now, but where's the little one? 6. Probably easier to do it. 20. 19, I'm somewhere in here. 12, 16. Here we go. Oh, I'm gonna die. All right. I wonder how I got a concussion. Okay. Does not fit. It's close to fitting, but does not fit. What does this need? The toe of this needs to be ground down at the very least. Now I am going to make the awful grinding sound. Okay. An angle grinder here. Pro tip. I gave this one on the stream the other day. Angle grinders cost $15 at Harbor Freight, so buy 2, and that way you can put a flap wheel on one and a cutoff wheel on the other, or whatever you're doing, and you can have 2 different wheels, and you've got a backup if it breaks. Which, for $15, I'm not very upset if it does. I need eye protection and ears. I started using my AirPod Pros for hearing protection. They seem to cut enough of the noise that it's safe, and I can listen to music. And they're not like big. They're easy to get in and out, and I can turn on the transparency mode on and off. Like, they work all around pretty well. Okay. Make sure I got them in the right mode. There we go. Okay. Closer now. try that.
Apologize, I don't have an easy way to mute the grinding. Yeah, angle grinders are great. They're really like pretty awesome, versatile tools, and they're freaking cheap. At least if you buy them at Harbor Freight. Like, I didn't realize how cheap they were. I would have gotten some much sooner in my making career. Okay, that end's looking pretty good, but we gotta just. And this end is good. It just needs some love. Just needs a little bit taken off the top. It's also like not been cleaned up, which is something I need to remember to do. Yep, that's good. Okay. So, woo, hey, that's looking really great. Perfect. Okay, now we just need to set height. We'll be off to the races here. I like that. I'm gonna check that they all look kind of parallel to each other. But it'll be much harder to fix after I tack them in, cut them all out if anything's screwed up. It's looking pretty good though. There's much of a change here. This could be a little bit looser. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, let's tack it up. Good. Let's just take another look. I like it. I like how this is coming together. Yeah, I don't know. Someone saying the Varian saying the Harbor Freight one is so cheap it must have crappy components. I use these a lot. The original two I bought, one might have some bearings going bad, but like I've gotten $15 worth of use out of it, so I'm not. Even if I have to replace it soon, I'm not upset. Yeah. I don't know. There's something to be said for cheap tools that last a while and then you just get a new one. I've not had as good luck with the cordless drills I got. Those have kind of fallen. I've gotten a lot of use out of them, but they've fallen apart in dumb ways. So, yeah. I'm on my last of 3 now. I've broken 2. So, that sucks. Okay. I got one replaced under warranty, and then it broke again. Or the other one broke, one of the 2. Alright, what are we doing next? Let's see. 14, 15, 16, 17. Ooh, not even close to fitting. Way too long. Way too long. And by way too long, I mean like an 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch. Alright, let's get out the other angle grinder and I need a new cutoff wheel for this one, which I don't know where they are right now, so just forgot that this cutoff wheel is way too small. It's also not plugged in. After I finish this project, I am definitely going to spend some time just working on shop infrastructure, basic things. I'm driving myself nuts a little bit. Like, I have these cool pull down power reels, and they're not set up yet. They have to be mounted. They have to be like bolted to the wall, and so I've got a giant pile of cables on the floor, which is driving me bananas. Let's see. I'm gonna move this where I can see it, and hopefully you can see me. It's a little better. Okay. Yeah, I haven't tried wireless grinders. I figured I don't know, I wasn't sure how much metal work I was going to be doing when I bought them. Yeah, I've been pleased, so. Okay. This helmet has a grind mode, but I find it hard to see out of. On the other hand, I probably should be wearing a full face shield, so. I need a new cutoff wheel. This one's just too small. We'll be back. Hang on. Let's see if I can find one. Oil? I don't know. I have a grinding wheel, but that doesn't help me. It's too thick. Yesterday was a snow day, all day long, so I didn't really want to leave the house because the road wasn't flat yet. I knew I was out of cutting wheels then. Well, maybe I could put it in your hand. Find out. Old ones. Oh, here we go. Let's see. What am I doing? Oh, I've got 3 more. Cool. Sold. We're good. Fortunately, it's not very far to the hardware store. It's only like 10 minutes, something like that. But it involves like braving the snowy roads, which we didn't get that much. We got, I don't know, 4 to 6 inches, something like that. But it's enough. While it's snowing, it's enough to make it a bit of an adventure.
try this again. A lot easier than you get. Okay. Let's clean this up. See what fits. So the cutoff wheel always leaves like some flashing or what's the right word for it? And burrs. And clean that up. So this is why having two grinders is so key, because I can cut with one and I can polish it up with the flat wheel on the other. If I only have one, it would drive me bananas, because I'd be constantly having to switch back and forth. And no thanks. Yeah, I don't even necessarily use music for hearing production. I just use my earbuds because the noise cancellation is so good. Hey, Davey, it's good to be back on Twitch. Whoop. Why is Siri just triggered? Oh, hey, Nosh. Tell your girlfriend happy birthday. It's great to see you in here. Yeah, and I'll see you again soon. Hey, Cap T. Hey, Scotch Mist. All right, let's see if this fits. Ooh. Almost does. This needs a squidge more off the top. It's better to be too short than too long, within reason. Because if it's too long, it just doesn't fit. But if it's too short, you can fill a little bit of the gap with weld. So, more off the tip. That tickles. Ugh. Alright. Pretty close. Just a tad more. Go a long way. That's pretty good. Okay. Stay there. Long enough to tap it. Okay. Let's do it.
Oh, this is gonna look so cool. I love it. I love it, I love it. It's probably the biggest welding project I've done, at least in terms of amount of steel. Okay. So that was 17, we need 18 now. I think I saw before. 18. We'll get 19 and 20 over. Okay. So these are all kind of just the same. In fact, if I was smart, because the next 3 are all the same as this one. If I was smart, I would have measured against that one rather than reinventing the wheel each time. But, you know, live and learn. But this time, I'll get this one fitting perfect and then cut the others to match. And then that'll at least be a starting point for getting them to fit properly. They should be exactly the same, but... Ooh, that's, if anything, a little too short. Just fine. It's not a lot short, it's just a smidge. Keep hitting the welder trigger by accident, and I've got a whole bunch of wire sticking out the front now. So I need to trim that down. Okay. So, oh, I was going to measure though. Should I tack this in place? It's gonna be fine. It's maybe a 1/4 inch short, which is not a big deal. Because I'll just put an 1/8 and an 1/8 on either side, but I don't want to put the other ones that short. Okay. I don't know how that happened. I feel like it was quite long and then. Okay. I don't know. That, I don't know if you can see this. It seems like the one I haven't cut yet should be about the right length. Try. Yeah, see, it's slightly too long, but not by a lot. All right. I'm gonna learn. I'm not gonna be able to measure off this at least, so. A little awkward with this thing totally free floating, but okay.
Yeah. Okay, I popped a breaker that time and I don't have a space heater on that circuit, so I don't know what the hell's going on. If you get a longer acting breaker, I don't know. But popping it that much is not a good thing. It's not good for the breaker or something else. I guess it doesn't trip anymore. That's a problem to solve shortly, soon. Sooner rather than later. Okay. Good. Okay, chop it all. I'll take it. It's got a gap over here, but you know, you can fill it with weld, so it's all good. Oh, dear boy, that sounds cool. He says, I live in Colorado and there's a shop called Kilroy's Workshop. He does bladesmithing, welding, blacksmithing, and TIG welding classes. That's cool. I'd love to learn blacksmithing. Just have someone hold the breaker switch. Yeah, that's one approach. It's weird. It only happens when I start to strike an arc, and it seems to happen when I've got too much wire out, and I'm trying to avoid having to cut it with the pliers. So I don't know. I don't know if any of that is significant or if it's just anecdotal, just coincidence. But right. 19 needs cleanup. I should have mentioned, I also want to get a TIG welder in here. I've got a, I don't know if you can see it, I've got a new 50 amp 20 circuit that I installed on the wall just for that. So that I have enough power to run a beefier welder. The one I'm running right now is it's a titanium MiG 140 from Harbor Freight. It's worked great for me. It's just not, it's a 120 volt and it's just not super powerful. So, you know, I can't do heavier stuff. Yeah, and it's not as precise as like a TIG welder would be. Which would be nice for more finicky projects. I got these pretty close on the chop saw, but, you know, close is not the same as all the way. Not about too much, it was pretty close already. Not even square, but I don't care. It's all gonna work out. We're not building a pipeline, we're building a stair railing.
Though if the engineering thing stops working out for me, I'll go be a pipeline welder or something. Okay. Looking for good. I'd have to like go get certifications and stuff if I wanted to do that. Which sounds like real work. Okay. Alrighty. Whew. Thank you for the gift subs, Indifferent Ghost. Sorry, if you've subscribed or given gifts or anything like that, I apologize. I am not able to watch the chat as closely as I would like for obvious reasons. But I do really appreciate them, so thank you. I wish I had a way on mobile to see the most recent gifts and things, but I don't see a way to do that. If someone knows, let me know. Okay, onward and upward. Dang, this is looking so nice. I'm psyched. Let me give you guys a view of what I'm seeing, because it looks great. Hang on. Check that out. Doesn't that look sweet? I'm pretty excited. Small screen inside the mask. That'd be fun. If I welded more, that might be a nice thing to do, but I don't know. I have a feeling that if I welded all the time, this would be a very different channel. I do enjoy it though. It's like sculpting with metal. And the welder's like a glue gun, so it's pretty great. I wonder how flat these are. Oh! It's almost like I know what I'm doing. That's much better than I expected it would be. Those are pretty much dead on for messing with the cardboard and all of that. Not shabby. Not shabby at all. Dang! I haven't even been paying attention to that. And it's good. It's great. Okay, onward. I've got my sight. Oh, I should have measured this down here and not just up there. It's too short, if anything. It's still workable. But, ooh, that's pretty good actually. No, it's fine. I spoke too soon. Just weld that into place. Alright. Oh, I'm psyched. This is going a lot better than I expected. I expected to have a lot of problems with getting stuff to fit up and square and level and all that stuff. And it's just, I don't want to speak too soon, but dang is it going well. I like it when stuff goes well. I like it. Let's do it. See, I can't really reach in there. It's just... should open a door here. It's getting fumy. And I've had like black boogers for the past week working on this, which is gross. I do need an overhead mount for the camera. I have stuff for that, but I don't have my full streaming rig set up yet. So it'll happen. I'm happy you're all hanging out with me. I thought maybe the grinding sounds would drive a lot of folks off, but I'm glad you guys are up for it. If you're up for it, I am. All right, what was that? That was 20. I need 21 and 22 now, but I'm gonna be off the cardboard, so I need a cardboard shim to go underneath these. Okay. There's 22. Oh, the bittiest of diagonals. Maybe it's this one. Yep, found it. This is going fast. I thought this was going to take me all day. It might not. At least get these packed up, which is delightful. I have marked on these with a chalk marker, which is freaking awesome. I need to find it and show you. Pro tip here. Pro tip is remember where you put it. Here it is. I've been losing tools like crazy in this new shop. I don't have all my organization set up, and it's like stuff's half unpacked, and it's driving me nuts. But anyway, a Sharpie chalk marker. It doesn't write on the steel super well, like the oil messes with it, but see, this one's like a little shot, but you can mark with it, right? And it doesn't rub off right away, but if you don't like what you wrote or you need to move a mark, you can just rub it off with your finger or your glove or whatever, because it's just chalk. Like I don't want to wipe off my marking, but I can wipe that off easily. So I've been liking that for metalworking. I wish it wrote on the steel a little bit better, but you know, here's what it is. Okay, this is too long in the toe here. I'm going to clean it up and see if it fits a little better. So hang on. I've discovered something really simple and dumb on this project, which is that I enjoy metalworking a lot better if I always wear gloves. Which seems obvious, but I don't know. I didn't used to wear gloves except for welding, and your hands just get filthy and you get metal splinters and cuts, and it's a lot more fun if you don't have those things. That being said, my hands are still kind of beat up. I've got a bunch of little nicks and torn cuticles and things that kind of suck right now. Working on this, but there it goes. Okay. Ouch. Speaking of which. And then when I get the die grinder out, that's when you get the serious danger glitter going on. I have blue die chem, it's just, it takes time to dry. I actually got it right here. And I've got a scribe, just like for quick stuff like this. So this is die chem. You paint it on and then you scratch it off with your scratch marks in it with a scribe like that. And I've got a little pocket on my welding jacket for it, which is awesome. But yeah, it takes too long. I haven't seen the die chem markers. I'll have to check those out. Those are a thing. Yeah, I'll have to check out the die chem pens. Okay, Brad, that's a good suggestion. Ooh, that's pretty darn close. It's a little bit. How does that fit less well than before? See what I'm doing? It seems like maybe you can't. How's that? No, you can't see me now, but say love you. Logo scratch. Start again. Yeah, no thanks. Again, a grinder and paint make me the welder I ain't. I fixed all sorts of sins. I don't know, there's this obsession with like Instagram welding, you know, making these perfect welds, and like the reality is if you get the metal to stick, it's good enough. You don't have to get, you know, it's cool to be able to weld at that level, and I can't, and my stuff sticks just fine, and a grinder and paint make it look good. So, you know, don't stress over it. Life's too short. That being said, I do enjoy some good welding pouring. Close. Close. Got 2 more here, and then we'll reposition and do the other side, which I'm pretty excited about. I think that's pretty good. I need a shim of cardboard though, because I'm off the cardboard now with my metal shims. And yes, involving cardboard in your shimming process, probably not the best plan, but it's what's happening. So don't fight it. Okay. That feels pretty good right there. Let's tack it up. Yes, I'm not wearing my welding gloves, and yes, it's fine. For tack welding. I wouldn't weld in hard bead with these. But relatively low risk of having anything. Or tack welding. Good. If I was welding a full bead and really getting in there, I'd put my welding gloves on, but chop it off. Yeah, it's gonna be a freaking pain in the butt to get up the stairs. I am aware of that. Imagine it's getting heavier by the minute. That's not too bad yet, but I got all that over there to put in. So, and I think I screwed up. I think somehow a like 14 gauge tube got mixed in with my 16 gauge. So some of these diagonals are a little heavier than they should be, which is not ideal. But what happens, we're just gonna go with it. Okay, a little itty bitty, can you guys see in this corner? Not really. It's How's that? Is that better? Yeah, okay. So we're just doing this last little doohickey. Let me clean this up because it's a mess. This was hard to cut because I couldn't get enough purchase on it in the chop saw. If you want to see more of my welding content, go watch the land yacht video I made. One of my favorites. It hasn't gotten that many views, but it's the video of all of mine that's got the least views. But I love it. It's essentially a sailboat with 3 wheels that you can sail on flat land that goes 45 miles an hour, just powered by the wind. So, pretty fun. And there is a very small land sailing community in the US that goes out and races on the dry lake beds that are a super fun group of people to hang out with. The America's Land Sailing Cup draws like 100 people, and it's a total blast. It's a bunch of old geezers racing around in the desert in motorcycle helmets on land yachts at like 60 to 100 miles an hour. Yeah, I went out one year. It was a blast, and I would love to go again. They do it on Evenpaw dry lake bed, which is just south of Vegas, like 45 minutes south of Vegas. So, yeah. All right. This is maybe slightly short, and it's fine. I'm just gonna tack it in place and declare victory. Yeah, good enough. It's finicky though, it's so light. It's moving around on me. How's that? Good. Okay. Woo! That was unexpected. Flashed myself a little there. Laid it down in a way that the trigger got depressed. That'll add some excitement to your day. Whew. Okay. So, done with this side, I think. And it's looking great. I'm really, really, really pleased with how it looks. It is all going according to plan here. So, I need to reposition this. I need to spin the whole thing around, I think. I was debating removing the cardboard, but I think I'm going to leave it on for a little bit longer. Some of these diagonals are going to be too long to fully fit on the table, though. That'll be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to open the door. How do I? Let's see, hang on. Be right back. I had to strategically pile some snow in front of a license plate. What? What's going on? Where's that working? What's going on? getting stuck or something? Wheel? Give me a minute. I want to open the garage door so I can spin this thing around. It's stuck. Huh. Oh. Somehow the lock got thrown on it. And now... I've released it from the auto catch. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's it. Let's try that. Nope. How do you get the like emergency release has been triggered? So I have to push it back in. No? Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, let's try this again. Must have bumped into this latch here and locked it. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day here. I don't know if y'all can see, but it is beautiful. It's been snowing for like the past, I don't know, 36, 48 hours. Not heavy, but enough. And it's just, I don't know. These are kind of my favorite winter days here in Colorado. All right, pull everything off this table. Yes, I did a shop tour yesterday on the stream, but I'm gonna do a video, Skate Rat, so not to worry. We'll definitely do those things. I wonder if I want to pull off the vise. Leave it on for the moment. One thing I noticed is that tools just tend to pile up on my workbench, no matter what I'm doing. Never ending. You just gotta take breaks and periodically clear the whole thing off. So only what you're using. Otherwise, you just get to the point you can't do anything or find anything. There's also a lot to be said for cleaning up at the end of the day. Something I have fully appreciated after Adam Savage said it on Tested. Just like, it makes it a lot more fun to come in the morning if you're coming into a clean shop. Whereas if you come into a giant disaster and you have to spend a bunch of time cleaning before you can do anything, it sucks. It's a bummer. That being said, I didn't clean up very well last night because I was working on this and figured I'd just leave the stuff out I was using for this. So knew I'd be working on it again today. All right, be a little smart about this. I don't want to lift this thing back on the table, so I don't want to drop it off. So I think I'm gonna spin it around that way, and then I don't know. We'll see. See how it goes from there. Working well so far. That end is definitely heavier than this end. This thing is huge. It's not bad. This end's not that heavy. This is gonna be okay. It's not gonna be the beast I feared it would be. How the heck am I gonna do this? I would like the cardboard back over here. I think this has to come off. One second. Whew. Oh, hey! Hey, DeWitt 3D? Welcome, Raiders. Sorry you caught me repositioning here. What have you guys been up to on your stream? Am I right in guessing 3D printing? Don't actually... Yeah. Hey there. Yeah, it's warmer than it looks. What does my watch say it is right now? The garage thermometer says it's 54 inside the garage. My watch says it's 37 outside, so it's somewhere in between those two. I just opened the door. This was a great buying the right head, the hex head for this screwdriver. One of the best purchases I've made. Makes removing this way easier. Because I was doing it by hand before, and that's just a bummer. All around. Okay. Oh, goodness. Oh. Oh, I can't. No problem with wearing gloves. Don't work for scrolling on chat. Designing a hot end in Fusion 360. Nice. Awesome. This is not Picaris Pueblo. This is near Pine, Colorado, off at 285 above Conifer. So outside of Denver. Yeah. And it's not as cold as it looks. It's cold, but it's not that cold. Yeah. I'm a closet mountain man. I don't know how much closeted this is. I think I'm pretty unabashedly mountain man right now. All right. Let's see if I can shift this that way without destroying things. This might get a little interesting. Okay, I think that's all I really want. Just want it to be... Yeah, if I don't breathe on it, that will be fine. The problem is that the inner width here is about the width of the table, like within 1/8 of an inch, so it's a little sketch. I'm going to throw some clamps on it so it doesn't move around, because the last thing I need is for this thing to shift on me while I'm working on it. Have it drop. Just clamp it over-ish here. Just don't want it shifting. Okay, that's good enough. Doesn't need to be super tight. Whew. Sorry, I've got a runny nose here. Yeah, the angle with the garage open is nice. I'm a little bit backlit, but you know, not bad. I guess you can still see me. I'm not totally dark. Oh. Throw a couple 2x4s under it sideways. Yeah, I could. I kind of want to use the surface of the table for leveling and stuff, though. So that would mean that I couldn't do that. I do need to raise this up a little because of the cardboard. Man. What can I do there? This end needs to come up slightly. Because I want the whole thing to be level and parallel to the table so that I can put shims under the diagonals. I have some 1/8" bar stock. That's probably the right thing to do. I guess I gotta cut some of that anyway. Make more shims with. Okay, let's do that. So what do I need? I need to make more of these shims like this, so that I can get things parallel to the table. So, what do I want? I need 4. I need 2 more of these, so that's 4 lengths, plus a couple to like raise the table up. I need a bunch of these. So 4 for that, 2 for this, and then 2 to offset the thickness of the cardboard. I'll just use regular cardboard for that. So what did I say? 4, 6 total. And they're 4 inches is what I've been using. So let's get out the chop saw and cut some bar. It sounds like a weird drug dealer reference, but it's not. This is bar stuff. Alright. We'll do it facing here. I need some measuring tools. I'm going to close that garage door because it's cold in here. I know that's a nice angle, but it's real cold. And maybe a measuring tape. Okay, close the garage door. I'm sure the neighbors will appreciate that too. I've been being pretty obnoxious the past couple days with grinding. Okay. Let's move this closer. Ooh, that helps with the lighting too. Yeah, Comic Cage Clothing. I'm making a railing. Scathe Rat's got it. He'll show you a picture. I'm making a railing so I don't fall down the stairs in my new shop. But I gotta make it cool, so it's got Strange Parts logo on it. And some cool decorative things. I wish the front-facing camera was a little wider angle, but it is what it is. Oh, hey, Timon! It is good to be back making stuff. I missed it big time. Good to see you. I'm glad you're in here. Hoi hoi on doi! Thanks for the subscription. And you've been subscribed for 12 months. That's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. If I've missed you, if I missed anybody else subscribing, I apologize, and I'm very thankful. But it's a little hard keeping track. I don't have my full streaming set up right now, so it's a little bit tricky. Let's see. Okay, for this bar stock, I need a way to clamp this to be safe. Means I gotta put the clamp back on. Which means I need my ratchet. So, the reason I took this off is so I could cut more acute angles than this thing is set up for. I have a crazy jig set up for it, but I only want to be without it when I absolutely have to. Chill over here. There. So, I'm gonna put it back on. With some very insightful commentary right there. Yes, I'm really glad to be back doing stuff again.
That's what I thought.
What? Shush. I think my wrist is hitting the button on my watch, triggering Siri. Which is never what I want. Okay. Well, there you go. Okay. wish this was a little more quick release than 2 bolts, but hey, it was a cheap Harbor Freight purchase. And it's worked great for me otherwise. I've gotten a lot of use out of it. I feel like I'm a Harbor Freight commercial today, but I think literally all my welding gear is Harbor Freight. So yeah, and it's all been pretty good. There's not a lot that I have to complain about. Other than they don't carry regulators in their store. I lost my regulator somehow. I think I probably left it in Texas when I was doing BattleBots, and you can't buy a new one in the shop. So I had to go spend a lot more than I think I would have had to spend at a welding supply company. Actually, I misspoke. You can buy regulators. What you cannot buy is the hose. So I ended up buying a regulator hose kit at a General Air in Denver, which cost me like $140, which is like half the price of the welder. So that seemed dumb. But they were nice folks. They helped me out. Probably go back there to get gas next time I need it. Good. All right, let's cut some metal. Oh, hey, Robo Greg. Oh, you said you would swear it isn't there. Okay. I was wondering. I was like tempted to ask, but I figured it was too petty to ask. So it is good to know that you don't have it. I don't know where it is then. It must be in a box or something. I don't know. I don't know. Greg will know better than I do, Scape Rat, on whether all of the bot fights will be uploaded to YouTube. I know there's at least one that's up, but I don't know if they all eventually make it to YouTube or not. I don't know. But yeah, the complexities of television versus YouTube are many. They are all there unofficially. Oh, okay, cool. Maybe somebody can link to them. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, for Switchback versus BattleBots, and you can find all the fights. We had some good ones. I really wanted us to do better against Huge than we actually did, but I think we all did. But you know, we put up a good fight. We definitely messed them up, so I'll take that. All right, let's cut some of this bar stock here. Yes, more fights coming on Bounty Hunters. Yes. Greg is absolutely right. Incendium, yes, I am part of the Switchback team. I was not on camera a lot because I was super concussed. So, yeah, I think I'm on camera for 2 of the fights, but I'm like way in the background. So, but yes, I shot a video like of the building of Switchback, and it's in the edit queue right now. So, I'm finally feeling well enough to do that. I just need to sit down and do it, and I wanted to do some making first. So. I have missed making stuff for the past, I don't know, 6 or 8 months. It's been too long. And welding seemed like a good first activity back, and I needed a stair railing, so it's all kind of coming together. I'm gonna try not to get buried in furniture making mode like I did on the last shop. I didn't shoot much video around it because I wasn't really sure of my abilities yet, but I spent a lot of time outfitting the last shop, and I'm gonna try and avoid that trap this time. It was fun, but I'll spend more time making cool videos. Ooh, I gotta lock this jig back here. Not that it matters a ton for this, but practice. I'm going to do one more at this length, and then I'm going to do some longer ones for the supports. Sorry, I know this isn't terribly interesting right now, but hopefully you're all talking about battle bots without me. Okay. Alright, let's make these 6 inches. That'll be enough. I was debating getting a horizontal bandsaw instead of this chop saw. This chop saw's been great. At least for the kind of stuff I've been doing with it, it's been awesome. It's way faster than a bandsaw would have been. I mean, I guess there's what I've cut. So I'm going to take these 4 and weld them into 2 1/4-inch shims, and then these 2 are just going underneath the tubing down here, like so, to support it. So just throw those under right now. Probably need a clamp, but yeah, just to make sure everything's kind of planar with each other. All right, let's get to this guy. Take my place cleaning these up and welding them together. Soft jaws out of there. Let's move this. I haven't finished drilling a grid of holes on this table. I realized the best way to do it would be with a mag drill, but I don't have one, and they're really expensive. They're like I think the last time I looked, they were like $1,000 a piece, and I wouldn't use one enough for that. So I wonder if I can rent one. I don't know. Does anybody know if you can rent a mag drill? So, hey, Bent Over, and hey, BN Motive. I'm doing well. I'm almost back to normal. I'm like 80 or 90%. I've still got headaches on and off, but they're not too bad anymore. And yeah, I'm back to work. I'm back making stuff and making videos, and I'm feeling really good. I've had a really good week this week, so I've been welding together this railing. So, all right, let me clean this up. I think the treatment I got at Cognitive FX in Utah really helped me. But it takes a while for that treatment to take effect, so full effect. So I should be still seeing improvements over the next couple months from that. And I've been doing a lot of exercises at home here still, so you know, should see ongoing improvements. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Let's move you back a little. How's that? It's hard to split the difference between being able to read the chat and have you actually see what I'm doing. The Zolan says, my wife had a TBI, traumatic brain injury, almost 16 years ago, and she still has symptoms, yet every day she pushes to get better. You might check out Cognitive FX. I was the person there who'd had their injury most recently, and there were people who'd had their injury for decades, and they see great improvement with their treatment. So it's not cheap, but I've seen great results so far. So something to think about. I was very impressed with them. And they are not the first docs I've been to, so. I feel like I've done a fair amount of homework on concussion recovery at this point, and they're definitely at the forefront, or one of the people at the forefront of the most recent research. So, you know, they did offer to have me come out in return for making a video without having to pay, which is super awesome. But they said they really wanted me to be honest, and my honest feeling is I was really pleased. I was really impressed. So that's, yeah, I was skeptical going into it because, you know, I've had this concussion. By the time I went, I'd had this concussion for like 7 months. And they said, oh, you know, 5 days of treatment, which is really 3 days of treatment and 2 days of evaluation. I was like, what are you possibly going to do? And yet, you know, I'm seeing the results, so go figure. I just wish there were more places that offered that kind of treatment. It's really lacking, not just in the US, but worldwide. there were people there the week I was that had flown in from Europe for treatment. A lot, in fact. Yeah, the Zolan, yeah, I mean, complicating other conditions make things complicated, but yeah, still worth looking at. The name is Cognitive FX, and I think their website is cognitivefxusa.com, I think. One of the things I will say is that they, at least when I first talked to them, they had quite a bit of a waiting list. So that sucks. But you know, if you're not quite as acute as I was, then you know, maybe you're willing to wait a little bit longer. But it just underscores the need for better concussion treatment. I just wonder how many people out there have lived with concussion symptoms for, you know, decades of their lives that don't need to. It's really sad to think about, to be honest. And I thought I was going to be one of those people. You know, I was doing the best I could to get treatment, and I was just having a really hard time. So, cognitive, you know, I was fortunate enough that Cognitive FX, their social media guy, Chance, saw my video. He's a fan, and he reached out when he saw my video about having a concussion. He said, "Oh, we can totally help you. You know, let's get you in here." So that worked out really well. And I'm really grateful for that. I can't read chat from this far away. Oh, sending it to her daughter as well, as only a couple years later her daughter got a TBI from playing field hockey. Yeah, I've heard multiple stories of field hockey injuries. Couldn't finish her degree because of it. Yeah, please at least have a call with them. I was really impressed, and like, I don't know, I found their website a little overly slick, and the reality, like I was skeptical because of how slick their website was, and this was feedback I gave to them. And when I went there, I realized that they could back up all their claims, and you know, pretty much as soon as I got there, I was super impressed. So, something to consider. But yeah, I mean, brain injuries are super debilitating. It turns out. Who would have thought? And the reality is that most doctors are way out of date, like 20, 30 years out of date in their concussion knowledge. And so, you know, a lot of them say, oh, you just need to rest, you know, it'll take time. And it's just super outdated advice. You don't want to rest, you want to get up and do stuff. And start exercising your brain and your body. You need to get blood flowing again. Yeah, it's a real disservice to a lot of people, you know, the advice they're getting given. So, we're in the video that I'm making, we're going to include some advice around that. You know, some people do get better on their own, but for those that, like me, that don't, if you're not getting better in a few days or a week, you need to go seek out care, you know, and it needs to be care that's not what they call cocoon therapy, where you just sit around all day, because that doesn't fix it. Needless to say, I feel strongly about concussion recovery now. Because I was pretty hopeless, you know, I didn't really know what else to do. I felt very stuck. And, you know, I even got into someone who, you know, seemed like they really knew what they were talking about, and I still wasn't getting better. So, it's really been a journey. Let's see. I'm building a very haphazard set of clamps here. This link needs to move to the outside. the most graceful clamping I've ever done, but very strange for this table being a little too narrow. Okay, that should be good enough. Let me chat again. Oh. Shit. Yes, I do feel strongly about wearing PPE. It's a little bit weird thinking about when I'm gonna wear a helmet though. But we are working on Strange Parts branded hard hats. Hopefully I'll get a sample this week. We found some really cool ones. They just say they look cool. So we're gonna do a limited run of those. So if you want your own Strange Parts branded hard hat, stay tuned. I wanna get a hard hat I can start wearing in Greg's warehouse and other dangerous places. I don't know if he's still in here. All right, let's get back to some welding and stuff. I gotta clean up again. All right, I'm gonna leave the vise up. Oh, I gotta weld these up. Never mind. Hang on, false alarm. I gotta weld these shims before I get too far. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna make it part of my factory tour uniform to wear a hard hat, because once you've had a really bad concussion, and I've had 2 really bad concussions, you're just a lot more susceptible to getting those symptoms back with even a really gentle knock to the head. I've had, I don't know, 4 or 5 small bumps that have brought my symptoms back since I got the most recent concussion, so which really sucks. Yeah, that sounds great, Escape Rat. We'll get you one for your hackerspace. Mr. Extremely, good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing better. I'm not 100%, but I'm getting close. So, yeah, the treatment that I had in Utah really seemed to have worked. So, yeah, I'm still struggling with headaches on and off, but they're not debilitating the way they were before, which is rad. All right, hang on, I gotta get welding stuff. What I need is like one phone for streaming off of and one phone for reading chat on, so that I can move it closer to my face so I can actually read it. Which is theoretically possible. I have some spare iPhones. I just have no idea what box they're in. So eventually I'll get all unpacked here. But I was too eager to do stuff. See if I can tack weld. I think I successfully welded with the table grounded and just the vise sitting on the table. Let's try that again. See if that works. Yeah, that works. I'm not wearing my real welding gloves because I'm just tacking these together. Just want them to stay put. I don't need anything fancy. Just want them to stay together. Alright, that's gonna need a little grinding, but in a sec. Guess I should grind them while I've got them in the vise. This one. That one actually doesn't need grinding. I only want to grind it if it hits one of the faces because I want those to be flush. Alright. strap a phone with the chat on my arm. That would be a good idea. That would work. Oop, that one needs to be ground a little. Alright, I think we're there. 2 shims ready to go. We've got this more or less shim to be level. Let me blow off the table with some air just to get all the random crap off it. And then we'll start welding diagonals. Alright. I think the vise is going to live up here for a little bit longer. We'll see. Okay. There. I should have closed the door to the other part of the shop before I did that. I'll do that now. I finally have 3 separate areas to the shop so I can like contain some of the chaos. Specifically the metal dust is just brutal on electronics. So that's nice. Alright, I need my drawing again. Ugh. So what are we starting with? I'm going to start with up here. Okay, I need diagonal number 1. Oh man, I got a runny nose. Runny nose. Ugh. Okay. Let's move this whole show over here, because I'm working down here. How's that? That's decent, actually. Okay. This is a little too long. It just needs to be cleaned up, I think. Pretty good. I just need that little bit to be trimmed off. This vise is super sticky and I really haven't figured out why. It's been like this ever since I got it, like a year plus ago. Gosh, probably almost 2 years ago. I don't know. Alright. That's pretty good. Let's roll with that. All right, where'd my other? Oh, my other shims are over there. All right, hang on, go find those. I can't see chat. Hair's in my way. Remember to vent the shop from time to time. Yes. am doing that. When I'm welding, I'm opening the door. All right. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Table's grounded, but I'm gonna ground to the piece instead. Because I don't trust the piece is in very good contact with the table. Welder, oh hang on, I gotta change the settings. Okay. I gotta remember I gotta film some of this. I've been filming a lot so far, but I haven't filmed the diagonals yet. So I gotta do that. So I might be ending the stream in a little bit here. It's also probably lunchtime. It's fun when the sparks go up inside your welding helmet from the bottom. It always makes things interesting. Okay. One down, like 15 more to go. This whole section here. I don't know if you can see, but time we got. My watch is totally frozen. Sweet. No idea what time it is. Yeah, my watch is like frozen. How do you hard reboot an Apple Watch? There you go. Hold down the dial. Alright, that was one. I guess we're on to two next, huh? Oh, two and three are the tricky ones. Because they made up with this rounded part here and here. I also maybe want to grind this a little bit here. This might be a good time to end the stream. I think I'm going to go have lunch and reconfigure it. One, I need to film more, and two, I got to take this off this cardboard to be able to get a grinder in here, I think. Unless I do it with the die grinder, I don't know. I need time to think about my sins. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for joining me for a morning welding session here. Yeah, it might be the welder with the watch. I think it's more likely that I had the, like, I don't know, that I somehow screwed with Siri on it. But, yeah, thank you, Obsidian. Yeah, come hang out with us on Discord. if you're not already. We'll continue the party over there. I'll check into Discord while I'm eating lunch here, and a bunch of other folks hang out there too. Hey, DJ Kookie, good to see you. Yeah. All right. That's all for now. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with me through grinding and other mayhem, grinding and disconnects and other mayhem. And yeah, I'll be back again soon. I don't know. I'm not on a streaming schedule right now, but I'll get there. And yeah. Hope you're doing well, and stay safe, and come hang out with us on Discord. I'll see you guys there.